Hi, I'm Caleb Pascal, and I'm doing a project on Earthships. Now, what is an Earthship? I'm here in Taos, New Mexico to show you what an Earthship is.
My family and I traveled to the Earthship Biotecture Village in Taos, New Mexico to learn about Earthships and how they are built.
An Earthship is a self-sustainable home that recycles water and is solar powered. It is made of at least 45% recycled materials.
Recycled glass bottles are used in making the walls, and old tires are used in the structure of the Earthship. An Earthship is exactly what it sounds like. It is a home built partially into the Earth. This is done to take advantage of the sun, which shines into the south-facing windows, and of the Earth, which traps the sun's heat and releases it at night. The Earthship is insulated and keeps the heat from escaping. This is the Phoenix, the Earthship I stayed in with my family.
Right now I'm standing outside the Earthship that I'm staying in. Let's take a look inside. This is the room where I'm staying with my brother and sister. As you can see, it has electricity. It also has internet.
Solar energy and wind power are harvested and converted into electricity. This electricity is stored in battery banks and distributed throughout the house through power organizing modules.
I'm walking up to the top of the structure to show you the solar panels that collect all the solar energy.
These are just some of the solar panels used to collect the sun's energy at the Phoenix. There are many more solar panel banks on the property. This is the Phoenix's power organizing module, which allowed me to watch Netflix at night.
This is one of the bathrooms we're staying in. As you can see, it has electricity. If you want to take a bath, first you have to use this timer to heat up the hot water. This is the sink in this bathroom.
All the water in an Earthship comes from harvested rainwater.
From here you can get a bird's eye view of the rainwater systems. This is a rainwater catching system.
Water is collected from a roof with a potable surface. It is then channeled through silt catches into cisterns which are protected from the sun. The water is then gravity fed into a water organizing module with a pump and filter. The pump filters the water for uses such as drinking and bathing.
After the water runs through the sink, it is then used to water the plants and then flush the toilet.
Water is used 3 times in an Earthship. The filtered water is first used to drink or to bathe and wash dishes. It is then used and cleaned in the gardens. The water is then used a 3rd time to flush the toilets.
This is the garden. Now let me take you on a little tour of the house. This is the living space. And despite what you might think, we have a working television with satellite and a fireplace with a waterfall. The rest of the living space is over there. Now let's go to the kitchen. We also have a working gas stove and oven. Now here is our refrigerator and freezer. Now let's go to the garden. We're here in the greenhouse at the back of the house. The windows are south-facing to catch all the heat of the sun. Let's go on a little walk through the greenhouse.
It is very warm and wet in the greenhouse. Even though we are in the New Mexico desert, the conditions are tropical and are ideal for live food production. In our greenhouse, we found palm trees, fruits, vegetables, even limes, peppers, and pineapples, in addition to gorgeous flowers. Birds, fish, turtles, and frogs live in the greenhouse too.
Let's go out back. Here we have the chicken coop. We're kneeling inside the chicken coop, and here are the chickens. Right now we're in the back living space, and let's go over here to say hi to my brother and sister. Hi. Hi.
After playing with my brother and sister in the backyard, I spent time with my family in the greenhouse before sitting down to a nice dinner. We then enjoyed the beautiful architecture of the Earthship and its peaceful atmosphere. We watched the sun go down and the stars come up, and then heard the coyotes howl. We then hung out by the fire and played games before finally going to bed for the night.
Good morning. I'm standing in our garden, and I'm going to go outside to let the chickens out of their coop. Behind me is the Earthship I stayed in. It is called the Phoenix. As you can see, it is built partway into the ground to take advantage of the Earth's natural heating and cooling abilities.
Here's the design for another Earthship in the community called the Nautilus. Its design is based on the Fibonacci sequence.
Behind me is the Phoenix in relation to the other Earthships in the community.
Earthships have been built all over the world. They have been built in the Philippines, Canada, France, Mexico, and many other countries. Soon you won't have to travel so far to see them. This summer, Earthship Village, Colorado Springs will be built on a plot of land east of Peterson Air Force Base. We owe a big thank you to Michael Reynolds, the man who started building the first Earthship and continues to build them all around the world. Without him, none of this would have happened. He has even established Earthship Academy, where you can go to learn about Earthships and how they are built. I might even go there someday to take a summer course. Maybe someday I will build and live in my own Earthship, and if my parents are lucky, I will build one for them too.